Hey guys, VentureFox here. I haven't done a vlog for a little while. I thought I'd just have a chat with you guys about a couple of things. Can you hear the noise outside? This is what I have to deal with all day. See, something that you guys may not know actually is that I work above a childminder's. I kind of work for that childminder's. It's my wife's childminder's. Let's be accurate here. My wife is a childminder. There you go, we'll get there. And I work above her children screaming all day, running around, banging on the play kitchen thing and stuff like that. Guys, it can get so infuriating. It's so hard to record sometimes. But anyway, that's not why I'm here. I don't want to moan. It's all good. So, this last month, I've managed 3 subscribers. I think you're all jumping ship because I finished Terraria, which is, I mean, God, guys, do you not have any loyalty? Honestly, it's all good. It has been a slow month. It's not because everyone's jumping ship because I finished Terraria. It probably is, but it's not a big deal. It's one of the things that I do is that I jump from game to game. I've never been one who sticks around in a game for a massive amount of time. Even a massive RPG, I'll get it done and then I'm off. I don't sort of stick around and do every side quest that's ever possible, unless I'm really, really into the game. I wanted to do that with Witcher 3. I did it with Dragon Age Inquisition, but with Witcher 3 I just didn't have time. I was moving on to other things. I was recording. I didn't have time to do every quest, and I still feel like I need to go back and finish Witcher 3 at some point. But yeah, there you go. Streaming. I've I don't know what that was. I did a load of Zelda. In the end, though, it kind of got annoying that I couldn't keep the videos. I was spending 3 hours on a morning recording all this great Zelda stuff, interaction with community and stuff like that, and then it was just gone because Nintendo were selfish bastards and wanted to take all the money from it and were copyrighting everything that I did. And I don't like rewarding that sort of behaviour in publishers and developers, because when you think about it, all the streamers and content creators for these games companies, it's all free advertising, millions and millions and millions of views every single day for their game, and then they just jump at it and take all the money from it. When they're already making millions off the back of those views, it just kind of, it grates. So I delete those videos. I don't let Nintendo take them. So so I apologise that they're not on the channel, but it's just one of those things. Once Nintendo wakes up and realises that the world has changed since the NES, I think they'll allow more people to do content creation for them, and they'll realise that it's actually a good thing, because their creator program is trash. So I mean, they literally take like 60% of what you earn, and then obviously YouTube takes like 60% of what you earn. So they take 60%, so you got 40% left, and then Nintendo want to take the other 60% of that, or something along those lines anyway. I don't know, but fuck them. So what else have I been doing? I streamed Mass Effect Andromeda on Saturday, and honestly I wish that I could spend more time streaming. It's really enjoyable. But the truth of it is that I need to keep creating videos during the week. So streaming takes away all of my creation time. If I stream in the morning for 3 hours, that's it. That's my recording time done for the day. I can't record in the afternoons. And I know you're all going, but you're a full-time creator. That doesn't make any sense. But childminding, children sleeping. That's how afternoon works. Is in the morning they scream, in the afternoons they sleep. So then I can't scream. So that's kind of how it's working at the moment. I have to produce all of my content in the mornings, and then in the afternoons I edit and upload and stuff like that. And that's good. It's good routine. It's keeping things going, and it's really great. It's working out perfectly. But then obviously it does mean that I can't stream at optimal times, and yeah, and I kind of have to produce all my videos in the mornings, so I don't get a massive amount of time to stream. I'd like to stream more. I've done one episode of Mass Effect Andromeda and I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to do more. I was going to do one today. Unfortunately, as you can hear, there's far too much screaming at the moment. And I think I might do it this afternoon, because they're all going out, I think. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I'll get a chance. But anyway, other games. What have we been doing? Ooh, I can never remember when it comes around to it. Epistory. I have such a bad wrist from Epistory. I recorded an episode yesterday and I actually hurt my wrist during play. I did mention it in the video, but at the same time, it didn't really sort of highlight just how painful it was. I think I've actually done something. I used to work in customer services. I mentioned it in my first Epistory episode. I've hurt my wrist pretty badly. It feels like RSI. I used to work in customer services. I worked there for like 10 years. I used to type all the time, every single day. Even though they didn't have these ergonomic setups or anything, I've never hurt my wrist typing. I've only ever hurt my wrist gaming. I must be very vigorous with my gaming actions. That's the claw. And yesterday I did that in Epistory, and I really hurt myself. And I think it's because of the way that I hold my wrist. Where I sit, and I want to be on camera at the time, in front of my monitor with the microphone, I sit with my hand like this at a really weird angle to get WSA and D. And that's usually fine because you don't tend to move. But when I was typing, I feel like I was moving my wrist like this too much. That actually really hurt. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I've hurt myself, which is fucking stupid. I sit in a dark room with these big fluorescent lamps on all day and just sit, and yet I still manage to hurt myself. So that's not great. It'll be fine. It's just a bit painful at the moment. But there you go. That's RSI. This is what this gets me. This is what YouTube gets me. It gets me pain and a much reduced wage. It's all good. I am enjoying it still. I just wish you'd all stop jumping ship at the moment. So, completely open. I managed three subscribers in the last 28 days. I thought I was going to hit 1,000 this month, but I've lost 24 subs and gained 27, and it's because I finished something, and I think it's Terraria, and everyone's gone. Everyone's leaving this month. Usually I'm up by a fair amount, like 20 or 30 subs a month. This month is just killing me. So there you go. It isn't a big deal. It's just painful sometimes. When you look at your progress, you look back at your progress. And last year I had a fantastic year. I really did. I literally went from 50 subs at Christmas to 800 and something in December. And I'm still at 800 and something, and it's now the end of March. So it's not going too great at the moment. I could put that down to a few things, I guess. The VentureFox relabeling may not be working for me, which would be a shame because I don't want to change again. Certainly not anytime soon. I felt like that was going to be the only change I ever did. Other things that might affect it, the fact that I haven't had a runaway game series for a while. And I left Terraria. which may have been a mistake, but honestly, let me explain why I left Terraria. I finished the game, and then I went on to the modded version, which was Super Terraria World, and I'm just going to come out and say it was shit. I liked the idea behind it. I thought the idea was fantastic. I mean, Terraria is ripe and ready for an RPG. I loved the little stat system that they put in there. I thought that was brilliant. The created world that they made was really, really good. It was impressive throughout, but it ended up just being a worse grind than the normal campaign type game. Not campaign really, is it? It's just the sandbox world. It was just like a massive grind for resources to get new armor sets, and it didn't really like make a massive amount of difference. You would still have to just go out and grind enemies to level up your skills, like your magic, your bow and sword and stuff like that. And there just weren't enough quests to go around. So you'd do a quest, and then you'd have to grind a bunch to be able to do the next quest if it was combat. And then you grind a bunch to do the next quest if that was combat. And it got really tedious really fast. And I went over to the right-hand island to see this Viking, and I recorded it. I went over to see this Viking, and he gave me a quest, and it was the only quest available at that point. And it was to go into a cave and rescue some guy. I went in there, and there were just bats everywhere, and jump puzzles. So you were supposed to do these jump puzzles while these unrelenting, constantly respawning bats were attacking you and knocking you off these things. And the game just doesn't work out that way. There are literally dogs fighting outside my window, I'm sure of it. You could probably hear that. And I just got to the point, I just thought, this is so not fun. So I ended that. I had an episode, a personal episode, last month, where I just decided I was going to stop playing any game that was boring or uninteresting to me anymore. Right, just sod this series. So I basically ended everything I was doing at the time and just decided to move on to something else. Since then, so like I said, fuck Terraria. Since then, Epistory has been really interesting. I like the way the story unfolds and that you have to type because it's skill based. And I'm really enjoying that, actually. I'm going to crack on with that a few more, even if you guys don't watch it, because I like it. So, yeah. What else am I doing? One Shot. One Shot's great. But I did spend about 2 hours on one episode and then had to cut it down to about 30 minutes. I'm rubbish at finding stuff in games. I think it's because I don't have the patience to look everywhere, so I tend to run past all the things that I've got to pick up. But I did get there in the end. And in the end I had what I needed. I just needed to combine some stuff. Honestly, that just drove me nuts. But the latest one is out, I think, Thursday? Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know, I can't remember. And it's really good. It's really good. We get into the Glen and it's all good. And what else are we playing? Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh yeah, Death Road to Canada. How good is that? It's like FTL, which bored me a little bit. I thought FTL was good, but it kind of bored me after the first couple goes through. But this one is a bit more interesting because you have that like arcadey. You can use a controller for a start, so it's a bit more arcadey. It feels that way. But also the arcadey run aroundy bit, I thought that was really good. And hack up some zombies and find some cool shit. And the characters in it are really interesting. So yeah, it is a roguelike. It is like a retro style 8-bit roguelike, which is FTL all over, but it's fun. And I tried out like a new format, like having like a Walking Dead intro type bit where last time on, and then I thought that was quite comical, and then only 8 people watched it. I think that was including me. So you can't win. You really can't. YouTube is a funny thing. There you go. I'm going to do at least a couple more runs through, which is like about 2 episodes each, depending on how long they are. If I die within the first 20 minutes, then that's an episode. If it takes me an hour and a half, then that's probably 2 to 3 episodes. Depends on what you can cut out and what you have to include to get the pace of the game across. But I am massively rambling now. I just want to say that it's all right. I don't mind that the channel's not growing that much at the moment. I'm working on a couple of things. Obviously, the streaming is something that I've been working on. I'm hoping to get a streaming PC set up so that I can stream all of my PC stuff as well. But honestly, until I can sort out like a meaningful rota system, which is difficult because of the workplace that I live in, my living workplace. Until I can sort out some sort of rota system, it's a bit tricky for me to stream. Harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be able to make time for it, and just honestly, with the amount of videos I have to produce as well, it's not been easy. I'll keep working on it. I'm sure I'll sort something out. But once again, guys, thank you for all of you who are sticking around. Sorry, I just have to keep making that joke. But thank you to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's commenting and watching my videos at the moment. And if you're enjoying the live streams, please let me know below in the comments. And if you have any suggestions that you want to throw my way, new banner art or anything like that, anything at all, let me know and I'll take it into consideration. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.